Every year, Mojang gives us a brand new decision to make in the form of a Minecraft mob vote. Since 2017, the community has had to fight and argue with each other, all in the name of choosing which new monster is going to get added into the game. From the Phantom, Panda, Squid, Allay, and Sniffer, we've seen a wide variety of mobs get added. However, we've also lost quite a few great ones. This year's candidates, the Crab, Armadillo, and Penguin, have each started the classic internet discourse of which one deserves to win, but have also sparked a community revolution asking, should the mob vote even exist? In this video, we're going to talk about that, alongside telling you about the newest mobs and giving our thoughts on all of this. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's start at the beginning and talk about the mobs we get to vote on this year. After we do that, we'll take a trip down memory lane and talk about some of the ones that got voted in the past versus what we could have had and seeing if we made any mistakes. And then we'll address the elephant in the room and talk about this Minecraft mob vote revolution. Starting in the order that they were announced, let's first talk about the Crab. In Mojang's video, Vote for the Crab, we see Tiny Vu jumping off ship and heading into the mangrove swamp biome, stumbling across a cast of crabs. Jeb looks through a spyglass and sees the crab climbing down a tree and waving at the player. Apparently, this waving animation will be a mechanic, as it's not only listed in the description, but also in a very interesting post that was found by a fan that gave descriptions for the mob vote by Minecraft for the China edition of the game. Apparently, the crab will lose its big claw, and when obtained by a player, the player will be able to place and break blocks from further away. In the Chinese description of the vote, it apparently states that you will also be able to breed the crab with kelp, so that's useful. In the next video, Vote for the Armadillo, Jeb and Agnes dock their ship at a savanna biome, and Jeb heads inwards, finding an armadillo. If the armadillo is scared, it will jump into its shell and hide. It can also drop scutes, but it's not entirely clear if it will be from killing the mob or if that'll naturally happen. If you obtain enough scute, you'll be able to craft armor for your wolves, which will help them in more dangerous situations. As far as we're aware, that's all we really know about the armadillo. Considering wolf armor has been one of Minecraft's longest requested features, this is definitely a great idea. Our last video, Vote for the Penguin, finds Agnes stuck at sea on a boat when a penguin comes by and gives her a hand. As per the description on YouTube, Mojang states the penguin is a social mob, and you'll find it waddling around the stony shore biomes. They're a little bit clumsy, but when it's in the water, they're an extremely fast swimmer. The penguin's primary mechanic will be making your boats faster when you're in the water. Presuming that they'll follow you, this could be an amazing mechanic if implemented correctly. Reading the Minecraft China descriptions, they claim the penguins will swim as fast as dolphins and also huddle together to form small groups and share quiet time. As far as the votes go this time around, that's all we've got. 3 new mobs with 3 new functionalities. When we talk about these mobs, I want to talk about some of the things we may come to expect. The crab definitely has the most potential to really change the way that we've come to interact with the game on the surface. We don't know much about its claw, other than the fact that we can place and break blocks with it, but is there the potential that we may see combat benefits from this item as well? Or deficits depending on how you look at it? Being able to hit enemies from farther away seems like a plus in the beginning until you find yourself in a PvP scenario against a player who may be more skilled than you. If we take a look at the armadillo, there's really not much here that we can speculate about. Our wolves getting armor? Great. Enchantments? Nice benefit, if we get them. There's just not a lot else to discuss about this one, at least not for now. If implemented, we'll no doubt see more people taking their furry friends with them, and the crowd that has wanted armor for their wolves have probably waited longer than anybody, but is that enough to vote this one in? I'm not sure. The penguin could definitely have a ton of benefits if Mojang are willing to keep fun mechanics in or bring them in. An idea that I most definitely know other people will have is bringing penguins into the Nether for ice boat paths. If penguins can hop into your boat in the ocean and give you the benefits of speed in or out of the water, that may be huge. Unfortunately, I don't think we get confirmation either way until a snapshot comes in. If enough people ask for it, I could see them adding that in, but I could also see them ignoring the community's pleas if they think that that mechanic would be too game-breaky, despite how fun it would be. If I had to give an initial opinion on these picks, my favorite of the three is probably going to go to the crab, but it's close. I honestly feel that this year's mob vote are some of the least contentious picks that have ever been presented, so it's no wonder why people are getting so up in arms about the prospect of two of them being thrown into the garbage forever. We'll get into that discussion later, but to lay the groundwork of that discussion, let's chat about the past mob votes, starting with the Phantom. Now, I played a significant role in this one winning the mob vote, but when this guy was announced, the idea of a creature of the night occasionally attacking you when you lacked sleep did sound promising. I was definitely looking at this mob from a glass half full sort of perspective. What I didn't expect was it spawning and swooping down relentlessly to be its only mechanic, and for it to spawn literally every night when you haven't slept for 3 nights in a row. I could make an entire video on mechanics that Mojang could have implemented with the Phantom that would have made it far more interesting. What if it didn't automatically target you the second it spawned? What if it only attacked you if it had multiple seconds of line of sight on you? What if it stopped attacking you if you broke that line of sight for a set amount of time? And just what if it didn't attack you every 30 seconds without end? If I had been thinking from a glass half empty perspective, then maybe I would have foreseen these sorts of issues. With that in mind, a Monster of the Depths, Great Hunger, or the Hovering Inferno Nether boss don't seem that bad. But then again, maybe the Hovering Inferno would have ruined the enjoyment of any area of the Nether that it inhabited. It would have been fun the first few times, but it would have gotten really old really fast when you encountered it if you didn't intend to. Imagine the amount of 1.16 speed runs that it would have killed. Next mob vote, the Glow Squid. Sure, we get glowing signs and glowing item frames, but they don't actually glow at all. A mob that had the potential to really change the way the ocean looked now only feels memorable when I see one floating down a water stream in a cave and falling to its inevitable death. By comparison, the Moobloom and Iceologer sound kind of cool, don't they? The Allay. Genuinely, this one might be the one that I can't complain about. It does exactly what it set out to do, and it has some genuinely interesting functions. The Sniffer, though, it does basically nothing. Grabbing 2 seeds that make flowers, both of which only make dyes, and only one of which gives you a suspicious stew, it's just boring. In my opinion, the Rascal or the Tough Golem would have definitely made a better choice. And that brings us to this year's mob vote. Will the community ultimately decide to go with a safe option, a cute option, or a potentially daring option? The crab has the highest potential benefit for day-to-day gameplay, but it really could upend the PvP scene if the claw is able to be used in combat. Is that a risk you're willing to vote for? Maybe Mojang does a good job in balancing its addition, but maybe they don't. If you're not willing to take that kind of risk, then maybe you're considering the Armadillo with its Wolf Armor edition. While this one lacks the one-on-one combat risks of the Claw, how overpowered could 100 wolves be if you suddenly strap armor to them? Could they resist explosive blasts or fall damage? Or would the armor be not enchantable, just providing your wolves with a little more armor and nothing else? If you're not willing to take either of those risks, then maybe the penguin is more your cup of tea. Ocean travel is no joke, and having a pet penguin to haul around could be kind of fun if you were able to boost your boat's speed while having both you and the penguin in your boat. But aside from that, I really can't imagine much risk with the penguin winning the mob vote, at least in my opinion. Alright, the part that I'm sure a lot of you have been waiting to hear about. Let's talk about this Minecraft mob vote revolution. If you've been on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, or pretty much anywhere, you've probably heard about the hashtag #StopTheMobVote campaign that's been spreading throughout the internet. On October 5th, a user named CheeseWorld posted this to Twitter, calling upon Mojang to end future mob votes and either release all the mobs that were pitched or none at all. For what started out as what I can assume was a parody, or was at minimum inspired by a post from the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic where fans of Nintendo asked them to release Animal Crossing New Horizons early. If you compare them, there's a lot of direct wording being used alongside the obvious design of the image. Regardless, this started something. TikTokers, memers, whoever had the ability to post something and contribute, all began posting propaganda posters, videos memeing about the situation, creators just critiquing the entire situation, and even a petition that, at the time of scripting this video, has 290,000 signatures to stop the mob vote. If you ask me, I think that people wanting to put an end to the mob vote do have a point, but I want to say a few things before you do go and sign any petitions. Number one, if we ask Mojang to stop the vote, would we really be okay and willing to give up what little voice we actually have when it comes to Minecraft's development? That's one of the few things the mob votes do give us, a voice. But it is systematically designed to make our voice one that causes fights within the community once a year as an advertising push. I think the biggest disappointment with the mob vote is that, fundamentally, there are 3 great ideas being laid out in front of us, and only one that will ever see the light of day. I hope you all enjoyed this video. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.